You're listening to The Jeff Crilley Show on Talk Radio 1190.
Welcome back to The Jeff Crilley Show. I'm Sarah Crilley, again standing in for my dad, Jeff, while he's out of town. He'll be back next weekend, but here I am in studio with the Texas State JCs. Welcome. I am so honored. You drove quite the ways to be here with us today. Welcome, Heath.
Thank you, ma'am.
I love that cowboy hat.
I wear it all the time.
Tell us all about the Texas State JCs and our guest today, along with Kathleen Denoyer. Thank you for bringing these fine folks here.
I love them. I can't help myself. So let me start off by saying,
I would love it.
The Dallas Junior Chamber is actually the local chapter of a larger organization. So you have the local chapter, you have the Texas State JCs, you have the United States JCs, and then you have the JC International. So it's local chapter, state, national, international, and it really is a brotherhood, sisterhood, all the way across the globe. And we all have the same mission, but each of us does different things within our chapters, which you will see here today. You've heard plenty about ours. So I got involved with the state JCs last year. I'm on the board now. All of us are board members. And every single event I have gone to with not just these two fine people in their events, but everything else I've gone to, like in Houston, has been amazing. Everybody's doing really great work. So now Heath, you get to tell us about Sweetwater.
Sweetwater, as you know, we have the world's largest rattlesnake roundup.
Rattlesnake roundup.
Yes.
I think I've heard something about that a time or two, but for our listeners, what is a rattlesnake roundup?
We have second weekend of March every year. We have rattlesnake hunters. They bring all their rattlesnakes into us and everything else, and we weigh them, measure them, and everything else. We have the biggest snake contest, and we work with Texas Parks and Wildlife and everything else, and measure them, sex them, and everything. And we cook them. We use every part of them for whatever, and we have anti-venom. We get to the people, they do it and everything else. I mean, it's just a good time.
Wow, it's a whole operation. Can
Yes.
you give us a little bit about those rattlesnakes? I mean,
They're mean.
they're mean. Yeah, you don't want to really mess with them.
No, you don't want to mess with them.
But they're bringing a ton of them to
Yes,
you.
we had our world record. We had 24,000 pounds 2 years ago.
Wow.
That was a lot of snakes.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? And welcome.
Hello. And it's actually unbelievable to see that year was the first year we went out to Sweetwater, and they were basically building up
We
pits
were building
left
pits
and right
in the back
'cause they
out
didn't
of
have any
plywood
place
and
to put 'em.
2x4s to put them in the pits.
Wow.
Did you ever get in the pit, Amanda?
I know. I'm an accident-prone
Kathleen did.
Betty, so I was like, if someone's gonna get bit, it's probably gonna be me.
No,
Kathleen got in the pit with us.
I did. I honestly thought I would be afraid. And once we got there and we got back there and Kylie started getting strapped in.
Wait. You got in a pit of rattlesnakes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So they strap you
Kylie
into
did
these gaiters.
Kylie
and they,
did too. Kylie's in the studio with us. Hi,
She
Kylie.
won't speak, though. So they strap you into these gaiters and they duct tape you in these boots so that if they do strike you, which they do when you're in the pit.
Strike you.
They strike you, but they can't get through.
Bite you?
Yes, they
Yes.
try to bite.
So then
because
Heath
they're very mad.
gets me in there, gets Kylie in there, and what our job is to do is that these snakes, they're not used to coiling up such a massive amount of them together, and we're not hurting the snakes, but if they sit there on top of each other, they'll actually suffocate and die. So you get in the pit and you got a little trash grabber thing, and you're picking them up.
Tongs.
Whatever.
Tongs.
They're picking them up and you're moving them around, keeping them alive and making sure that they're moving around. And it was tons of fun. And Heath is he was a great lead. In fact, next year I'm going to let my 8-year-old daughter, he's going to carry her around a pit.
Can we put her in a bubble?
She'll be in my arms.
Okay.
He won't let her get hurt.
So that's amazing. What else is the Texas State JCs up to this year?
Well, let's talk Mission Inn.
Yeah, well, we have we're a statewide organization. We have 18 chapters.
18 chapters.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
All
the chapter I'm a part of, Mission in Texas, we're actually, one of the projects we're kind of working on now is, and we have a big annual meeting in October, and it's going to be at Great Wolf Lodge. So we have
A similar thing to Jonathan's
yeah,
place.
I'm
It's
going to
called
say
the Pythian Home.
yeah, I would try to say that, but I would probably butcher the name. But we've sponsored this home, and like for the 4th of July, we were out there. We had a cookout for them and everything. But anyway, for the convention, we want to take them to the convention with us because Great Wolf Lodge has the water park with it.
Yes, we love
And
Great
so-
Wolf Lodge.
Yes. And so in order to do that, we estimate that we need about $200 per kid to sponsor it, to have that money. So we're in the process of raising money for that, and we're only 8 kids away of having them all sponsored.
That's fantastic.
So if anyone's interested, any dollar amounts is welcome. You can just find us on Facebook, Mission in Texas JCs.
And Mission Inn is, I'm sorry, Amanda, Mission Inn, Texas is actually out of Fort Worth.
Yes.
And the Pythian home is out of Weatherford,
Yes.
Texas. So these are local children here in the DFW airport, or DFW Metroplex, just like Jonathan's Place. We do Dallas with Jonathan's Place. They do the Pythian home with Mission Inn,
fantastic.
Texas.
Yes.
So, yes.
So yeah, just find us on Facebook and just let us know how much you'd like to sponsor.
And you can always join them as well.
Yeah.
I know we've dropped in on a couple of their whirly ball functions. It's been a lot of fun.
Whirly ball functions.
It's a bumper car thing where you get and you have like a hand basket. It's like bumper cars, meets highlight meets basketball. Because
Wow. So rattlesnakes, whirly ball. I mean, the JCs
It's fun.
overall
It is-
just have a
it's a-
lot of fun things
Yes,
going
it is.
on.
We also have down in Sweetwater. We also have the Sweetwater J-Teens, and they're
Yes.
from 13 to 18 years old, and they are doing amazing. Shout out to Joanna McCann. She is running the group and kicking butt.
And today they're actually doing Stuff the Bus.
Yes.
So these kids were just Facebooking live when we walked in the studio. They're getting school supplies for the other children in Sweetwater. And these kids, every time I go on Facebook, these kids are doing something. They are involved in their communities. They are working hard to better themselves. And it's a blessing to see these children coming up and doing something positive instead of getting into trouble.
Yes.
We love it.
And tell us more again about and I think that's fantastic, Kathleen, just that JCs. What is the JCs for our listeners just tuning in? Because we are part of the Dallas Junior Chamber, which is a slightly different name than the Texas JCs and the Sweetwater JCs, right?
We're Dallas, so we have to do it differently, but it is all the JCs.
Special.
And if we are special,
Yeah.
if you Google Dallas JCs, DJCC comes up. But Heath, could you please recite the creed that everybody recites? Oh
creed.
yeah,
There's
put you on point.
There's an
You gotta
official
put me on
creed.
point, don't you?
on point.
And is it all young professionals?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
It's
what we all
young.
have in
Our
common.
creed is we believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life. That's
I'm impressed. No, it's good. No, the Dallas Junior
believe-
Chamber, we don't have a creed.
No,
so I think
you
that's where we
do.
start.
Everybody, it's the same
Texas
creed.
It's the same creed.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Everybody has the same creed, but can
Yes.
we come up with our own creed if we want to, like
you
a
want
little
to.
You
tagline,
can.
something with the destination?
We
for
believe that
Dallas?
faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life.
I think that's great.
You were going to just stop you right
I
there.
know.
sir.
I'm just blank.
It was actually started in the 50s by a man in Ohio. I do
Okay.
know that. I don't have it memorized perfectly. And Heath, you should,
I
because
do.
you're second generation
I'm just,
JC.
I'm just blank right now.
I know. You're not used to the radio.
But I
No,
love
I'm
what
not.
she said. You are second generation.
Yes, I was started with the JCs. I've been around the Sweetwater JCs for 31 years.
31 years.
And my dad was a JC. I milked my first snake when I was 8 years old.
You can milk snakes.
Yes.
That's how you get the venom.
That's how you get the venom out.
So what drew you to this organization?
My
Seeing your
dad joined when like I said, when I was 8 and everything else, and it was a community organization, and we helped out the community and everything else. And the older guys and everything else, I've known them. I've been raised in the organization, so I just grew up with them.
Wow. And now your title?
My title is I'm regional director for the state JCs.
And what are you responsible for?
Just taking care of the organizations that are in my region and everything else, checking with them, making sure everything, they need anything, they can contact me, whatever.
Coming out and supporting us.
Yes.
And Dallas is part of his region, so.
And so are you here for the Christmas in July? Because you've
Yes,
drove
ma'am.
quite a long way.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I think that's so exciting. And if somebody wants to get a hold of you, Heath, how do they get a hold of you? And
They can go to our Facebook page, Sweetwater JCs, or they can contact me on cornetheath@yahoo.com, whatever they need to do.
and give us just why should someone get involved with the JCs?
With the Sweetwater, I mean, our deal is we're real big on community. We support the youth organizations. We do everything. Our one of our big deals down there is the MHMR clients and everything else. We're a major sponsor with them. We take care of them. We provide for them all year long and everything. And our roundup is what supports us through the year.
Fantastic.
And the thing with the JCs, it's an opportunity to not only just volunteer, but to build your leadership skills. Because there's some places you can go and you can volunteer and they tell you, hey, you're just going to do this. And with the JCs, it's okay. Yeah, you need to figure out how to do this. And so you kind of build up your skills, stuff that you can use later in your professional life and stuff like that. And it's just an opportunity to be able to create positive change because, you got to be the change.
I
Yeah.
think that's so important.
It was a couple weeks ago, we were down, Amanda and I went down to support the Houston Asian chapter, and they were doing their biggest event of the year where they have several hundred seniors, and they bring them in for hurricane preparedness. And there was a hurricane. We were on the tail end of a hurricane, so it was actually
Wow.
very
It was
apropos.
I think it was Tropical
That's
Storm
some
Cindy.
dedication.
It was apropos of the moment, but we brought them in there, and you can see the Facebook Live that I did of it. But we bring them in there; they get free health medical checkups, they get free health care, dental, free wills, Medicaid insurance
Wow.
explanation. It's amazing, and that's their big event of the year. So shout out to the Houston Asians because they were fantastic that day.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Anything that you both want to add in closing? Because we are about to end the show today.
It's just if you're looking for something to push you to be a better person, to grow, you should join the JCs.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey.
you can find us on Facebook, Texas JCs.
All right, Heath, can you do the creed?
Oh,
Yes,
is he going
I
to redeem himself
can.
here?
Well, wrap it up quick,
you put me
honey.
on the spot. We believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life, that brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations, that economic justice can best be won by free men through free enterprise, and that government should be a laws rather than a men, and earth's greatest treasures lies in human personality, and the service to humanity is the best work of life.
That's the best part.
Woo! Wow. Well, round of applause for that. Thank you again to all of our guests that were on the Jeff Crilley Show today. Wow, this was just such a great day, and excited to have Jeff back next
Glad to
weekend.
be here.
Again, go to jeffcrilleyshow.com for more information. We're always streaming Facebook Live, and throughout the weekends, I'm responsible for these Facebook Lives. So excited, and if you want more information, please visit thejeffcrilleyshow.com. See you next weekend.